Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night the 6th of March 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night the 6th of March 25. Transcribed by Wiser now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody. The big call tonight, it is Thursday, March 6th and you're listening to the big call. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Okay, let's talk about where we stand on our intel so far. This is a little different tonight, because I had 3 separate sources that were saying the same thing, and then this afternoon, my 2 additional sources said something a little bit different. So here's where we're going to go with this. The 3 sources that came in over the last couple of days were saying that we would be exchanging no later than Saturday, which is 2 days away. I'm thinking, oh, great. That means we're going to get notifications probably Friday, start exchanges Saturday, blah, 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 go right through the weekend with appointments and so on. Now that is possible. Those were 3 very good sources. The latest thing we got this afternoon were from redemption center leaders, and one of whom is over 3 redemption centers. The other one is over 6. 7 redemption centers. So these people, they're good sources. Well, these 2 leaders are saying we're going to get notifications over the weekend and start exchanges early next week, which would be Monday or Tuesday. So I've got possibility of exchanging, being notified tomorrow or Saturday, and exchanging starting Saturday. Then I also have, oh, we're going to get notified over the weekend, which is probably a Saturday. Could be Sunday, but we would start our exchanges early next week, which is Monday or Tuesday. So there appear to be a couple of things that might be slight hold-ups. One is dealing with the price that Iraq is selling oil. There's a little controversy on this. There's a pipeline that's coming from Kurdistan down to Baghdad. And then there's one that goes from Baghdad all the way down into Turkey, 2 different pipelines. Well, the contract rate on the Iraqi dinar is tied to what Iraq is selling their oil. For what they're selling it to Turkey, for what they're selling it to Egypt, for what they're selling it to China, for any other number of countries. That would buy Iraqi oil, crude oil. And so that price needs to be settled on, in a sense, before the contract rate can be established for the dinar. Now we've heard this also. That's part of the thing. The other thing we've heard relating to the contract rate is, the contract rate is a rate that was agreed upon already in a contract with Iraq. So that sort of negates what I just said about worrying about the new price of what that oil might sell for. They have a rate, and it's extremely good. I told you guys one time it was at or over $100. Those of you who know what $100 is know what I was talking about, and that would be per dinar. Well, if that was the contract rate, it was established, we should be in that range. In that range. Now let's clarify something that was misunderstood by a few people, not very many, but a few people, and one of the people that was taking and putting out call notes from my call last Tuesday night might understood what I said. I said, you know, we have a very high rate on Iraqi dinar, especially the contract rate, which is available at the redemption center only at the redemption center. That alone is worth signing up and getting an 800 number and setting an appointment at a redemption center. The dong is a very good rate, very strong. And the other currency, the ZIM, is on par with our US dollar, USN. USN means the same as the other currencies I was referring to as like the Afghanistan Afghani, the Venezuelan bolivar. Some of the other currencies, not dong and not dinar, are in the range of between $4 and $7. The 7th of April 00, not the dinar and not the dong. Okay, dong's higher than that, way higher than that, and the ZIM is on par with the US dollar. So there has been some discussion about when are the USN, and some people refer to it as USN, which is United States note, or United States new, referring to the new dollar. Some people, like me, and there are others, call it USTN, but they're referring to the folding money, which we put in our purses and money clips. Or some fat wallet, which is up to you. Want back pocket, use a fat wallet, put your back pain, but the back quote USTN is United States Treasury note. That's what should be printed on the new money. Used to be Federal Reserve note. But the Fed is dead and there is no longer a Federal Reserve, and that's what should be printed on the money. And that should be coming out shortly. It should coincide with our start at the redemption centers, because they have it there, shrink wrapped, ready for us at the redemption centers. So we should be able to get some of that up to maybe $3,000. They did change a position of $500 to $3,000. That's cash money, and yes, not free. It comes out of your balance. If you decide to take some, you don't have to take any of that new money. But if you want some cash, and you want the latest version, which is USTN, you should ask for an amount. Up to $3,000. They don't really want you walking out with any more than, because then you are a possible target. You can be robbed, whatever, depending on where you are. Don't worry about that, but I want everybody to know that we are still hearing that they're paying Doge checks. They're not calling it a dividend, they're calling it a Doge check. Now we did call it a Doge rebate but what is this? Is the money that we're supposed to get be anything? Anybody less than 65 gets $5,000 a month. Anybody 65 and older, it's $7,500 a month, and that would be for 13 months. Supposed to start in the first 10 or 15 days. I'm going to say not 10 anymore. I'm going to say it could be 10, but it might be the first 15 days of this month, and also supposed to have R&R at the redemption center. If you're going into exchange currency or redeem your ZIM, the R&R will be there for you. Find out about right after you exchange your currency. So write down your ask about your retribution and reconciliation allowance. That's one of the ways to say R&R. Easier to say R&R, though I think you all know, I hope so, and you'll get that amount. Whatever it is added to your Quantum account, and then you move funds after you exchange, your R&R is in there. You will move some of those funds, some into your primary Wells Fargo bank account. Okay, so we'll see how that works. Social Security increases are to occur this month. So see your normal Wednesday, whether it's yesterday, whether it's the 12th, the 19th or the 26th, see if you get that increase. It should be a substantial increase. If you don't get it, wait to see if it happens by the end of the month. They could do a little those all out, if they're not with your regular Social Security. Let's see how that works. So we've talked to those checks are in our Social Security and we're looking for all 4 of those to occur this month of March 2025. So I was a little bit uncertain about how to bring out the intel. And I thought, I'm just going to say what I'm hearing. I'm hearing 2 different things. I'm hearing exchanges by buyer before Sunday, and I'm hearing to receive the 800 numbers over the weekend, and then page very early next week. Which is Monday or Tuesday. Now these are all good sources. The most recent or the last 2 I gave you were from the Redemption Center leaders. Now, there is more information. There's always more. I either get it tonight. There's some I'm going to get tomorrow morning, but that doesn't help us for tonight, for this call. This is allowed the week, but I'd like everybody to make sure that they are registered by sending their email. So that's what I wanted to say tonight. That's what I wanted to get out to you guys. And I appreciate everybody continuing to listen, and then I'm continuing to listen to everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Hopefully that's going to come into a peace accord soon. I think we can get a ceasefire by the weekend, hopefully, and we could be on our way. So let's do this, guys. Let me pray the call out, and let's everybody stay very positive. Watch which speak positively. This is coming, and we should get a positive result by the weekend, whether we exchange or not before Monday or Tuesday. Should get our numbers right. So you guys stay tuned for that, and on the other side. Everybody, have a great night and a great weekend. God bless you guys. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.